Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. Today, we're exploring one of the most intriguing and under-the-radar free agency possibilities for Detroit. The potential signing of a four-time Pro Bowl edge rusher whose name keeps surfacing in league circles as the perfect complement to Hutch. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this veteran's fit could be the final piece that turns Detroit's defense into an elite unit, or why it might be a gamble with as many questions as answers. The stage is set. Detroit cut Zadarius Smith earlier this offseason to free up cap space, leaving a glaring vacancy opposite Aidan Hutchinson. The Lions addressed the position once, selecting Boise State's Ahmed Hassanein in round 6. But as most fans and analysts have pointed out, a sixth-rounder rarely equates to an immediate every-down contributor. So where does Detroit go from here? With the draft behind us and no other premium edge rushers available, the team needs a proven veteran, and one name continues to pop up in mock free agency destinations: Matt Judon. Let's rewind to last season. Judon, now approaching his 33rd birthday, played for the Atlanta Falcons and recorded 5.5 sacks, his lowest full-season total since his rookie year back in 2016. On its face, that drop-off raises a red flag. Is Judon on the back 9 of his career? But context matters. He was returning from a biceps tear sustained late in the 2023 campaign, which cost him valuable off-season preparation and likely hampered his explosion. Could we be witnessing the tail end of an injury-riddled down year rather than a permanent decline? If so, Detroit's defensive brain trust might view Judon as a rebound candidate capable of recapturing his 10-12 sack form. CBS Sports' Tyler Sullivan recently predicted Judon landing in Detroit, pointing out that while the Lions have Hutchinson, they simply must bolster that other edge spot. At a projected 2-year, $8.4 million deal, about $4.2 million per season, Judon represents a fiscally sensible option compared to the roughly $11 million Zadarius would have commanded. Could that affordable price tag and Judon's resume, 4 Pro Bowls, a 56-sack stretch over 2019-21, make him the perfect low-risk, high-reward solution? Fans on X are already debating whether his pass rush acumen and veteran savvy can reinvigorate a Detroit front that struggled to generate pressure in 2024. Zadarius Smith burst onto the national scene in 2014 as an undrafted free agent out of Kentucky, signing with the Baltimore Ravens and immediately making an impact on special teams before working his way into the defensive rotation. In his second season, he recorded 4.5 sacks and began flashing that rare combination of speed and power that would define his career. By 2016, Smith had broken out entirely, posting 12 sacks, 5th in the NFL, while terrorizing quarterbacks. With his effortless bend around the edge, his relentless motor and knack for disrupting timing made him one of the league's most feared young pass rushers. Smith's next chapter took him to Green Bay in 2018, where he signed a 1-year prove-it deal that would forever alter his trajectory. In Wisconsin's venerable 3-4 scheme, he flourished under defensive coordinator Mike Pettine, pairing with Clay Matthews to form one of the NFL's most relentless pass rush duos. Smith led the Packers with 13.5 sacks that season, earning his first Pro Bowl nod and All-Pro recognition for his ability to collapse pockets from both the outside and inside. His explosiveness and situational versatility, lining up as a stand-up rusher on third down or a hand-in-the-dirt defensive end on rundowns, made him a matchup nightmare. The Browns, desperate for pass rush help, signed Smith to a 4-year, $66 million contract in 2019. His first season in Cleveland justified the investment. He racked up 12 sacks, forced 5 fumbles, and earned a second consecutive Pro Bowl berth. Smith's leadership and professionalism off the field were equally lauded as he mentored younger teammates and quickly became a locker room anchor. Though injuries slowed him in 2020, he still notched 7.5 sacks despite missing games, demonstrating that his elite capabilities extended beyond mere athleticism to a profound football IQ and pass rush arsenal. In 2021, Zadarius reunited with Baltimore, delivering arguably the best season of his career. He logged a career-high 14 sacks, led the NFL with 34 quarterback hits, and played a pivotal role in the Ravens' defensive resurgence. His performance earned him his third straight Pro Bowl selection and brought All-Pro honors, cementing his status as one of the league's premier edge rushers. Across 9 NFL seasons, Smith has amassed over 80 sacks, numerous forced fumbles, and a reputation for elevating every defense he joins. His departure from Detroit this offseason leaves a legacy of game-changing plays and a standard for pass rush excellence that few can match. Inside Halas Hall, sources say Brad Holmes has quietly admired Judon's consistent motor and versatility in both stand-up and hand-in-the-dirt roles. Imagine a front seven where Hutchinson commands double teams, freeing Judon to exploit one-on-one matchups on the opposite edge. The scheme implications are tantalizing, dialing up outside stunts, roll blitzes, and disguised pressures that could send quarterbacks scurrying, finally giving Dan Campbell's defense the dynamic pass rush it has long craved. Could this duo mirror some of the league's best pairings? Think Chandler Jones and Von Miller in its ability to suffocate pockets and force hurried throws? Some insiders believe Detroit's staff views Judon as the only realistic veteran who ticks all the boxes. Yet we can't ignore the questions. Judon's age and injury history are concerning. At 32 going on 33, can he sustain an every-down workload opposite a star still in his rookie deal? Early May workouts have reportedly shown Judon moving more gingerly than in his prime, and while he flashes that signature bull rush power, he doesn't bend the edge like he used to. Could marrying him with Hutch still leave the Lions vulnerable to quicker, zone-read quarterbacks who exploit slower edge sets? Is it possible that Detroit's defense simply needs to invest in younger, more explosive talent rather than an aging veteran seeking one last big payday? Meanwhile, the fan base remains split. Some argue Detroit must bet on Judon's experience to jumpstart the pass rush immediately, while others insist that it's time to trust the draft and give Hassanin. And, perhaps an undrafted camp standout, a full season to prove themselves. Social media polls show roughly 60% support for signing Judon, but a sizable minority worries that he represents a stopgap, delaying the true rebuild of Detroit's edge rotation. Could those first few games of 2025 become a referendum on Judon's signing with every missed tackle and half-hearted rush magnified under the spotlight? Looking ahead to training camp, the narrative will unfold rapidly. Will Judon show up in Allen Park lighter, sharper, and in peak health, instantly fitting into the play calls? Or will he struggle to flash more than a handful of effective reps, leaving coaches to dial back his snaps and force Hutch to carry the load? Some insiders believe that if Judon can reach just 75% of his pre-injury form, he'll deliver 8 to 10 sacks and provide the kind of veteran leadership that accelerates Hutch's growth. But if the worst fears hold true, Detroit could find itself scrambling again come mid-season for pass rush help. So, Lions fans, here's the question. But what do you think about all of this? Should Detroit bet on Matt Judon's proven track record and affordable price to finally unleash a devastating pass rush, or is he a decaying asset best replaced by youth and draft capital? I'm personally torn. There's something electrifying about the idea of Judon and Hutch teaming up, but I also fear another injury-hit performance that stalls the defense. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another in-depth rumor or analytical breakdown. Thanks for watching, everyone. Here's to hoping Detroit's edge decisions roar loud in 2025. Roar loud.